Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another video. And I've been getting a couple questions asking me how I graph support and resistance. And I don't do anything special, but I'm still going to make the video anyway just in case you guys want to see me actually do it, because I recognize I don't actually do that in any of my videos. And before I go and show you how we're going to graph the lines or the support and resistance for DRAD, I'm quickly just going to read you guys the Investopedia definition for support and resistance, just so that we're all on the same page about what we're talking about. So the Investopedia says that a support is a price level where a downtrend can be expected to pause due to a concentration of demand or buyer interest. As the price of an asset security drops, demand for the shares increases, thus forming the support line. And one important thing about support and resistance is you should think of them as more of a zone. At least that's how I think of it. I don't think of it just as a line. Oftentimes, when I'm buying my Bungie pullbacks, I'll actually buy sometimes a couple cents above that level of support because there's kind of like that zone. Around that level of support is where there's going to be more buyer interest, which is why I don't wait and I'll purchase a little bit ahead of time because sometimes it might not even hit that level of support, but I mean a lot of times it does. Anyways, we're gonna quickly just go ahead and show you what I do in the morning in the pre-market to prepare me for market open. So if I had just opened up my trading platform and I was looking at DRAD, which was a gapper this morning, what I would do immediately is I would go and mark the pre-market high, which is up here at 3.6, and then I would go and look at the bottom of the range, which is just below the 200 exponential moving average down here at like 292. And then I also would have saw this and I would have marked this because you can see the reason why I'm marking this right is it kind of was touching. Like even we could extend it all the way over here. Like touch, 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 touch. These are all just kind of support down here. So we'd be paying attention to that. We'd also be willing to consider that a level of resistance going into market open. So like if it immediately looks strong out of open, we would have been able to look for, say, a micro pullback off of 335. And then I would zoom out, just kind of see if anything strikes me immediately. This is one of the easiest ways to identify support or resistance is when you see a candle that ran up really, really hard and then it wicked out like this, where it had this very, very large wick. That would be a level of resistance because it would have, like it had such a strong turning point here. So just kind of looking through, see, I don't often like to actually chart this as support or resistance because technically this is, but I don't know. I don't like it whenever you get this kind of barcode type of thing. And it's partially just because I look at the volume. Uh, I don't trust it that much. And I don't want to put something that I don't completely believe in because I won't remember in the trading day where that support and resistance came from unless I scroll to go look at it. And I don't have time to do that with how I trade. So I only mark something if I think it's really strong. So I'm just kind of looking through, making sure I don't see anything that's. I would probably consider that too. So this would be what I'm looking at because we market opened like right here. So we have our ideas. And then the last thing I would do before going into market open is I would look at the 1 day, 1 year chart and I would look at the daily levels. So it looked like this opened at like 311. So I would just look at the 311 area, and I would chart. So we have this as significant, but that already kind of matches up with the 325 level that we already have. So we would consider this daily and intraday because it happened in the pre-market. And if you want, you could even change the colors to signify that this is a daily resistance as well. So we can just do that. And then 295, that would be relevant in a day if it gapped down. Or not if it gapped down, but if it fell out of market open. So we'll also chart that. Yeah, see, it does hold relevance into the day. Because we could go back and chart the entire 1 day, 1 year chart, but I don't like to do that. I only chart what's going to be significant out of market open. So we have that, then we also have that already. See, I wouldn't chart this down here at 2.5 because I just don't think it's going to come down to 2.5, and if it did, I wouldn't be interested in trading it anymore. And let's just look more towards the upside, because that's what we're more interested in, is we want the stock to be parabolic and go up. So where might it meet some resistance? We also already have this. This is another, could be considered daily, because it's 2 cents off. The daily is 2 cents below where that is. So yeah, for the most part, I guess this would be the one other level. This looks. So that's kind of the idea. Essentially, this is what I do every single morning in the pre-market. It doesn't take that long. Normally, I just fly through it. I go just by kind of what I see too. Sometimes you can miss it, and then later you'll chart it on the intraday. Because whether or not you have the line charted or not, the stock may still respect it. So later I might discover levels that I might have missed before. But this is most likely what my chart would have looked like when we went into market open. And let's see like what kind of would have happened. You can kind of see how well it respects support and resistance. So it opened up. Zoom in a little bit more. We opened up, it came down, it just broke through. And that's one thing I would be careful of too. Very often in market open, it won't fully respect support and resistance. Sometimes it will just fly through it. So do exercise a little bit of caution out of market open. And it was kind of volatile. And then once we started to like calm down, because people got all their orders out of the way for open, which is weird actually though. You can see the volume actually increased later in the day, not the open. But it starts trading in this range, and if we just scroll through, breaks out of the range, it comes up to the next range that we have, comes back down, breaks below, enters this trading range again. And it looks like it might have just traded in this range for the rest of the day. Nope, it breaks below that range now. So now we're in a new range. Breaks below again into a new range. Breaks below again into a new range. And trades in here for a little bit, tests, gets back up into the higher. So yeah, but you see what I mean though. It literally does keep trading in the different ranges that you have. So like that you have graphed from pre-market. Like all of this we did in the pre-market, and it pretty closely captured like the trading ranges for the actual intraday. So that's kind of how I do my charting in the morning, and I hope that answered the questions that I was being asked about how I chart support and resistance. If I kind of left anything unanswered, you can feel free to like leave a comment and I'll address it. And then if I need to go into more detail some other time, I'm totally cool with that. I'm also going to be doing a live stream on November 9th, and that is going to be on Twitch, and the link will be the first one in the description. So be sure to check that out. Click the purple follow button so that I think you get notified when I go live. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out. So go follow that if you want to see me live trade. And one other thing too, check out the Discord link in the description as well. It will be right under my Twitch link, and it's called the Trader Mike's Discord, and it's a really, really good Discord. Here, I'll actually show you it. So we have the Trader Mike's Discord right here, and there's some really, really cool people in here. Like check this out. Like Kyle's in here. He's a really cool trader. He makes a lot of money. Look at that, 2K. Lots of helpful people in here. So if you ever like can't contact me, or you just want some extra opinions from other people, this is a great place to go. I recommend it. I'm in here every single morning. Definitely consider checking this out. Anyway, guys, that will be the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed and answered some questions. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And before we head out, I'm gonna give you a spoiler. We made 130 today. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. We ended up making $200, and then I got greedy because I wanted to hit $300, and then I lost 2 back-to-back trades, which set me down to 130. But at the end of the day, I'll accept it. It wasn't a great day. It wasn't a horrible one. And the trading recap for this week will be coming out on Friday. So make sure to check out the channel at 4 p.m. Friday to see that one. All right, guys. Peace.